Good morning, Rajdeep.
Good morning, Nego.
Rajdeep, I had a just query.
Yes.
Uh, see, everybody, whenever somebody departs, somebody say due to whatever reason, somebody dies or whatever it is, then everybody says RIP, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. Proper
Mhm.
word to describe to console somebody, because as we have learned from you that a soul is always at peace,
Yeah,
and soul doesn't rest. In fact,
correct.
soul doesn't rest. It takes another birth or anything. So what should be the proper words to
Very good question. Um, Normally, whenever I convey this, I just say I pray that you be with eternal love and light, which is the original force, not force, energy, which created the human. They go back to the source, means at the different level. So we pray that go out to the ultimate, the source, that source energy, which is eternal love and light, pure love and infinite, that light. So that is the thing, that is spiritually correct thing to say. Rest in peace. It looks like that in the art there is a punishment. Now he has taken time to rest. So
exactly,
this is the perspective. Okay. So this is not, in fact, at soul level, when death happens, there is no rest. Activity goes more at the soul level. They have a lot of things to do. They plan for the next, even what is the karmic account they go through and revive, and things like that. There is a many. There they meet with different ancestors, maybe all the ancestors, and also it is become a ancestral reunion there. So there is no time to rest there. So, but from here, I think that is the best thing to say, that to pray to be in the eternal love and light, and so that they can be in the highest level of energy, not at peace. There's always peaceful, blissful existence. So that no need to have that kind of prayer for the soul, but soul can have that. Guruji, love and light is the best thing we can pray for them.
Okay, thank you.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Guruji, pranam.
Pranam Madhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Raghu.
Pranam Rajdeep.
Pranam.
Pranam Pinky.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Jayasri ji. We'll just start in a minute.
Pranam, sir.
Pranam Vidya. All right, we'll start today's learning session. Today is 12th of June, 2021. And welcome everybody. Today, topic is start with a little serious matter, which is the hour of darkness in our, in the life. What we should do, what is the thing, what is the implications of that? What is the spiritual implications? The darkest hour means when nothing works, like you don't see anything which is effort you are taking is not getting successful. It appears to be everything is against you. Something happened, many things happened simultaneously. So whatever you tried, those are not going through. Earlier it worked, but now it is not working. And not only this one front, it's coming from the different fronts. So it appears to be like the tiger in a cage, like they cannot go out of that. Or you can say the suffocation, feeling of suffocation, and in our normal mind, we always project that. It is frustrating, even the scary possibilities. Mind try to become very active and bring all kinds of pictures, worst case scenarios. That will happen, and we get more scared, we get more fearful. And in that bargain, we reduce our vibration level. So that's what it happens. So we need to understand one process that when we feel that there is no way to go, there is no such, we don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, just it looks like endless things. It's everything, everywhere it is blocked. First, this kind of feeling happened long back, I think about 2008 or around that time. I had similar kind of feeling, like there is everything, it looks failing apart. And I already shared I had some alcoholism issues and problems, and that is major factor, plus and that is only thing. The job was, I was very much appreciated into my professional area, and all other things, because of the alcoholism, the relationships are getting affected and things like that. So a lot of things, many enemy created, and plus in back home also there was some issue, and my mother was suffering and things like that, many things. It's just like so then what happened, the last one, the professional, it is started getting affected. I got some enemy also created in the professional. They complained against me, and this something like that was. So that has also become questionable. And then last support, my area, which is you can say the oxygen, whatever I used to live my life, at least is to work. I was a workaholic from the beginning. So when that started getting tinted, and there is so that last, the rope also getting cut. Means I don't have any area of life which you can which I can actually at least, live through and get some kind of success, progress, and things to. So that is the time where Guruji, Prem Nirmalji visited Muscat. And also I also explained about the childlessness and all in my spiritual journey. You can go through that one. So then after that, some interaction, I asked him one question, that why, how it is possible? I was so successful, in the professional area, and even relationships, many people, many friends, and the colleagues and all. Now it looks like everything is turned against me. Now, like nothing is working. So then he told me one thing that, of course, I will never forget that. So everything is against you in your life. Understand that time of your enlightenment has come. Okay, I repeat what he said that time. When everything is not working in your practical life, no, in external life, understand that time of your enlightenment has come. Of course, after that, I have gone through the spiritual path, but that message, has a huge spiritual significance. That is the topic of today. The miraculous entry happens at the darkest hour. Okay, when everything is finished, then it is a fertile land for something miraculous, not in the same direction. Like a flood came and they washed off everything, a lot of destruction happens and things like that. But that gives some land for the next harvest to come. So next thing to come, you can choose to do the plantation and all, and the next cycle become, hugely successful or abundance and growth that follows that. So here also, that kind of darkest hour or darkest phase of our life, when we look back, it looks like everything is falling apart. It's working, even last hope is also taken away from us. But this is exactly the ground, the miraculous, and miraculous means something, the divine gift comes, which is, it appears as some kind of synchronicity happens, some kind of connection happens unexpectedly. Some help appears from some sector where you never thought it will possible. And again, I'm not saying you will go back to the old, but this opens a new possibility. And that gives us, that shows us the light to go into that direction, dropping up the old ones. This is a chance of renewal, go to the next level. And that automatically happens. That cannot be predicted. But that is the fertile land for that. And also when we cross that, okay, let me put it in this way. Suppose now, whatever situation you are in, lockdown happened and all these kind of things happened. We never imagined this kind of thing was possible in our normal social life. If this kind of life, we never imagined. It could have been a huge punishment if we think 2 years back. But see, now we have already passed through. No? We know we have a strength to pass through no matter what comes. earlier, the things you are trying to avoid mentally, you become scared of. Now, you may be standing on that with so-called victory of that situation. You already crossed through, already passed through that, the lowest line, the nadir, and we are still okay. All these things, whatever we thought of earlier, this will happen, that will happen, and nothing really happened. Yes, ups and downs, it happened. But we survived. We got that experience, and this experience strengthened us so much internally that brought us a lot of fighting spirit or endurance or patience or sharing and caring with each other. Earlier we were never thought possible. Earlier we used to, if we have absolutely no time even to call someone. We're too busy. Okay. I was telling that some courier services delivery was one day delayed. We had to make a huge hue and cry of that. And now it month's gone. Nobody bothers. Okay. It doesn't matter. So from where this, even we don't, people used to say, I don't have time to die. So busy, so important, so busy, so professionally, involved and things like that. Where are those? Okay. You are still the same. Those are also there, but you have gone to a one level higher. Means your priority changes. You understood the which is really of true value and which is not of that. These changes, what has already happened. Okay, no matter, I explained earlier the energetic shift, etc. That is the external part. But you see yourself, what you have come out with. Why this kind of situations have been created by the divine say? It is basically your own higher self. Basically, it wants us to give us, like, to make us diamond from coal. So it gives the temperature and pressure, that endurance of millions of years to convert into a diamond. The coal become diamond, the value increases. And that is why, unless until we face this kind of situations, we'll never learn. And we never learn means not theoretical knowledge, not empower ourselves with this kind of tools, that tool to live a life. That is the most precious gift we have. And as long as this life is there, there is endless possibilities. And those possibilities, that potential of our highest level potential to achieve, we cannot have no challenge, no such, no endurance, nothing is not possible. To understand this, normally I give examples. Suppose there is no examination. People all in the childhood also used to have too much examination, and we don't like it at all to under test and appear in the test, write exam, and this marks is less and this and that and pass and fail and everything. But remember that if in the whole world there is no exam, there is nobody will be the school pass, nobody will be the graduate, nobody will be postgraduate, nobody will have PhD, nobody will have gone any job by passing any. There is no test. As there is no test, there is no way you can measure yourself how far you can go, because there is no test. Everybody is same. Everybody is learning and everybody is same. There is no way we can have that. So in that scenario is like always you will be like a one of the common, because you have not undergone any test. So these tests are needed for nobody else, not to show it to anyone, to you, that yes, it is possible. When you come across, like when you see how you come across a last year or so, then you know what kind of thing you can come across, you can survive, you can pursue, and end of it, it is not that bad what you originally thought. In fact, you are better. Your perspective has changed. Your endurance has changed. You are better equipped to deal with anything in life. So now let me talk about that miraculous thing. What happens? This happens always within, not without. Okay, nothing to do with the external world. External world follows. Things must start within, and that reflects outside. So to us to change that, our soul creates all these things externally, so that you are no longer attached with those kind of things. When everything is good, fine, and well and nice, and things like that, you are in an illusion. You will never try to achieve something better, something higher. When external things goes against you, that is the time you started thinking. That is the time I asked Guruji, why nothing is working? This question I would not have asked if everything is going fine. Why should I bother to ask? My ego will not allow to even ask this question. So this particular thing has been created to bring best out of us. All of us, we have that potential. And it can ultimately lead to our own enlightenment. And as also I said, enlightenment itself also a Guru Kripa. That is a miraculous zone. We cannot achieve that. Any healing happens. These are all in the miraculous zone. You cannot practically achieve that. How it comes to you, don't bother about that. You enjoy the fruit. It is miraculous, isn't it? Somebody is suffering from something, and somebody is channeling energy from some divine energy somewhere. Where it is comes, which doesn't matter. But you do get that. When you are burdened with karmic things, somebody appears who has that authorized to do that karmakshalan. These are your gifts coming to you. Those are miraculous, isn't it? So those kind of things are all possible. Means it is all possible. Only thing, we have to open ourselves and receive it with the attitude of gratitude. And second thing we need to do is to hold stillness of mind, means no thought. Why no thought? Because our mind will always interpret anything new as a dangerous. Okay, always poke ourselves. You are in trouble. You have to take care. You have to do something, do that, or you have to store 1 year of food in your home. You'll be foodless. You have to store water. You have to build your boundary wall, make it double so that no thief can. These kind of thoughts, your mind will keep on giving you. And you run behind all those, injections in your mind, running like a mad. How to protect? Protection is not coming from there. Okay. You cannot build something which cannot be destroyed. So forget about that. Strengthen yourself. Strengthen yourself so that no matter what happens, you can face it. That is that kind of readiness that when we can have, then your life transforms itself miraculously, no matter what happens. I'm not saying external event will stop happening. Okay. But you have all the tools to cross over those phases. What is that tool? That tool is called surrender. Okay. It is not that in my life, even post enlightenment, nothing happens wrong and no loss happens. No, it's not possible. It will happen, and it will keep happening. In fact, the fact is, those who are enlightened, they have more problems to face. You see, suppose you see the personal life of Lord Krishna. Say, I'm not talking the earlier part, what you see on that, on the pictures. I'm talking the later part. His life was not good. Finally, he got hit by an arrow and he died. A lot of things he need to settle and all. Look at the life of Ramchandra. Ram. His life is a hell. He was sent to the forest without any fault of his whole family, and then all these stories, all these things happened. It is a good life? All these enlightened people? No. Gautam Buddha, he willingly left his home and taken a beggar's life. So what I mean to say is, it is not that the thing will automatically happen, but that tool means even if you got enlightened, you cannot stop somebody throwing stone at you. It's not possible. It is coming from their free will. You cannot stop that. Somebody can criticize you. Yeah, I told the Gautam Buddha story. Somebody came and started abusing him without anything, and he was just smiling and things like that. So you cannot stop the external world. Jesus Christ was crucified and he was dead. So it is not that the external things will happen, but you will have the full strength, the inner strength. No matter what happens, you will be passed through. And that thing happens only if you surrender whatever you call yours. If you don't let me give my example. If I surrendered my life to Babaji, that is long time back, 2010, at the time of that enlightenment, when finally one camp, Guruji Prem Nirmalji, Babaji's photo as a Lahari Mahasaya, and he was giving the final blessings. And that is the time when I surrendered internally to my life to Babaji. And then we went into the silence period for next 3-4 years, that you can see my spiritual life, the journey. Authorization to talk, to share, to teach come much later. Okay. So when we surrender, then say Rajdeep's life is surrendered. So that means no matter what comes, I tell Babaji, this is yours. You are experiencing through me. Nothing belongs to me. So if Rajdeep does not exist, from where the problem comes of Rajdeep losing money, or Rajdeep is enmity, or in the professional problem, personal problem? Who is facing the problem? Not me. I have surrendered to Babaji. Truly, if we truly surrender, then nothing will affect you. Without question. How come Babaji can take my problem? Okay, you don't, then you are not ready. Drop that idea. It's not for you. If you are questioning, that why Babaji will take care of this and why, even if that is the fact, it is nothing to do with the Babaji. It is about you who is having the surrender. It is nothing to do with Babaji or willingness or capacity of Babaji. Okay, so don't, if you go into that argument mode, you miss the point. You are not ready. Okay. But when you surrender, you only realize that it is possible. Okay. And everything, reconstructed with much better way, or it uplift myself for the next higher journey. Not necessarily have gone back to the old one. That has gone. So these things, this upliftment was not possible unless and until I let go the old one. And the let go the old one is I use the surrender. Some people say leap of faith. Like you are climbing up a stairs. I explained many times, suppose your left leg is at third step, right leg as a fourth step. Now you wanted to go to the fifth step. Unless until you release the left leg from the third and place it on the fifth, how you can climb up? They say, no, I cannot trust where I will put the feet. I cannot put left foot. I cannot lose third. If I go imbalance, if I fall down, if I sleep, the doubts make you stuck. Okay. One point of time comes, actually somebody is following the same staircase, come and push you from the back. That time you may fall. You cannot block it altogether. And sometimes even life teaches us that way. We are so stubborn, we don't want to let go. Some situation happens, then that goes, and we have no other choice than to move up and start working again. It's a matter of time, it is getting delayed. So the overall thing is that this is how the whole thing plays. Don't wait till you actually fall down and actually lose all those kind of things. If we surrender everything, first the ego need to annihilate it, because otherwise it is impossible to surrender, because we say it is mine, it's mine. Even your problems, don't own it. If you own it, it will come to you. No matter what happens. Gratitude, surrender, gratitude. Only mind that need to be stopped by meditation. Okay. And if we do that, then you surrendering, for the time being, forget about Babaji, but my example, forget about that. You surrender it to the universe. Okay. Not mine, thy will, because I have tried whatever I can do. Means when initially I surrendered to Babaji, I given myself that talk. Rajdeep, if we could have sorted out this problem, we could have already done it. You could not handle your life, and that is the reality, that is the fact. You better surrender and see what happens. Whatever you could have done, you have already done it. Or by the time you could have done it by now. But the Phalena Parichaya, the results are showing that you failed. As simple as that. Okay. I said, understand, Rajdeep, you have a lot of pain. You cannot accept that I failed. You are in an illusion of success all the time, entire life. You cannot accept that you failed. But the moment you accept that, you created the possibility of miraculous to enter. See? When you accepted the defeat, then you invite that the higher force to come and take over your life. The source who created the universe, the source, the universal consciousness knows each and everything. Every movement of every atom is known. And my life is a small fraction of it. Only I have to surrender it and stop trying to control it is as a habitual response. Things will ultimately go to the right direction and for my best interest. Okay, there will be some turbulence, of course, something. But nothing comes in our lives by design, by our higher self or soul consciousness cannot handle. It's all designed to make us more strength, more powerful, more polished. Like I've given example of the diamond. The best diamond get more polished, more rugged thing and the grinding and thing like that to come best shape, best reflective properties of that diamond. So best diamond has more cuts, more polishes, more grinding. All these things are for the best one. If something of not much value, low graded diamond, I mean 2-3 cut and that's it. So this only thing what we have to do, we have to be in the field, be on the stage. Don't run away from this stage. No matter what is being played, trust that it is for our ultimate good. Lot of loss can happen. Let it go. Okay. But that gives us a power to withstand that loss. And simply by power to withstand loss itself will attract multiplied amount of wealth back into that one. It is not logical. It is not logically cannot be understood. Energetically understood. Energy works that way. You have to get, you have to give. You have to let go. Then when it will come to a pattern, getting and giving, then you are in the flow. And the flow is as per divine principles. The energy always flows. Energy cannot be stuck. You see, always this is flowing. So you have to be part of the flow. Then you will be having the whole thing. Full aspects of that energy, you can have it. Or you can enjoy it. You don't have it, sorry, have is not the right word. You can enjoy everything. So that you need to open up. By giving up, get rid of your small holding. Otherwise, you cannot get that infinite thing to come into play in your life. That infinite possibilities are those miraculous events. You have to allow to get that small things clutter to clear off. That's what you need to do. So you to surrender and then stop mind chattering. Otherwise, everything will be saying what you are doing. You should not do this. You should not do that. Stop that chattering and be in the attitude of gratitude. Vibrant to attract miraculous in our lives. When you look back 10 years from now, then you will realize what was the necessary thing. Like I am looking back now, what happened in 2008? Okay, I told you I start today's session with that. The Guruji told that time. But when nothing is working in your life, the time of your enlightenment has come. Okay. That time, my understanding, the logical mind of that time, nonsense he's talking. I was expecting he should tell me, okay, do this, do that, and that will be good for you, and you try this, try that. That could have been the answer logically, but it is not logical. And see now. So that now makes sense. Okay, that situation has gone long time back. So many other extra additional situations came, both positive and negative. But that situation was triggered to surrender myself to the inner journey. That finally all this I understood, because this logic of your inner journey, there is a logic, by the way. It's all scientific, but not the same science as our normal external world logic. I normally give a comparison that road traffic law cannot be applied in the air traffic. If you say the flight, somebody doesn't know about air traffic rules, only knows road traffic. They said, okay, flight. They stop on the red signal. He said, no. How come they are managing so much traffic? No, so the red signal doesn't apply there. It's a different rule. You have to learn that. Then only you get there. Red signal is not there in air traffic does not mean air traffic is all nonsense. They follow different rule. Same here. Okay. They operate by the universal laws. So anyway, so this is how it works, and this is it in the clear terms. If any one of you feel that you are come almost a stagnant place and then nothing happened, and this all tried many things and it's still not happening, and all those kind of things, allow the divine to take over. Simply surrender it to the divine, surrender it to, to the creator to run your life, and stop mind chattering, and then be in the attitude of gratitude no matter what comes. It will take you there where you need to be. It knows everything. Only our own thoughts, our own actions, out of our free will, we have all the right to do that. That is stopping and delaying things to happen. All over already mass awakening is happening all over the world. It could have happened much earlier, because but why it is not happening? There is some kind of 6% people need to go into spiritual, so that the actual transformation can be seen in the external world. And unfortunately, that 6% threshold crossing taking too much time. Already a lot of progress has happened, but that threshold has not reached. That's why you don't see it happening. In higher dimension, anyway, there is no time. So no time can be predicted, but people should be ready, and then only transformation will happen. Happening, but not to cross that level. Still people are fighting and this and that and doing this. So anyway, so humanity is in the course correction path, and humanity is choosing to learn it in a hard way. Okay. It would be better if the soft way could have been possible, then it could have been transformed already. So, all right. So this is learning. So if any one of you feel that you have been something low, you have all the things to Congratulate yourself that you have passed through that. You have passed through that level, and this is exactly, it is ready for miraculous things to happen in your life, to enter. But how to allow that to happen? These three things: surrender yourself to the universe, try to stop mind chattering, because mind will spoil the whole experience, making it full of scary things. Stop mind, as simple as that. Mind is stopped, nothing else will, it will not, simply not happen. Your experience will be fine. Okay. And then be in an attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude, and in little bit higher level, try to operate from love, universal love. Okay. All starts with your self-love. Love yourself. Okay. Say that these things, whatever I'm experiencing, I have already chosen at the soul level to experience this in my life. I'm now ready to invite whatever in my best interest to be manifested in my life. Okay. In your meditation or something, you can give this talk to yourself. I allow myself and invite the higher possibilities to enter into my life. I allow that. I'm ready. Okay. Rather than what is happening, most of the people, oh, what will happen? It will be scary. How I can let go things? And that is delaying things. You said whatever is gone and gone is fine. Good, bad, ugly, gone. I'm ready. I'm opening myself with all the possibilities. I'm with open arms. I receive whatever, any divine gift, anything. I empower myself to be in my higher self. I reclaim my sovereign power, what I already have. I don't depend on anyone. I'm opening, allowing my life to the universe to show me the way to go in my higher level. And this is the kind of prayer, this is the kind of thing you do during your meditation. Then manifestation will be much faster. Rather than creating a doubt, I'm meditating for the last 3 months, nothing is happening. What nonsense. This is what is happening. No? It will simply not happen because you are doubtful. Doubt can block anything. So just be open without any condition. Unconditional means don't judge. No matter what happens, whatever happened, it is for my ultimate good. I accept and move on. I may not like it, but I accept it. Maybe this was needed. If the diamond is complaining about the person who is polishing the diamond could not have achieved its highest value. So don't complain about the process. Allow the process to take place so that your ultimate value comes up. So that is the approach, and that is the understanding of our life, and that will lead us to the next era. Okay, with this I conclude this learning session. I'm open for any questions if you have.
Rajdeep, I have got a question.
Yes, Nego.
Uh, See, today, just like you said, that we have to shed our ego totally for getting for moving up in the spiritual ladder and all. And at the same time, you are saying that you have to love yourself. Okay. Now, I personally, I feel these two things are not. I am not getting. Gelling these two things together. Not able to gel these two things together. I'm getting confused a little bit. So can you
Okay.
guide me about this?
Okay. See, first of all, there is nothing called spiritual ladder. Okay. All our journey are unique. All we are walking as per our own soul's plan. Only thing is that we need to experientially understand and grow on our own path. Like, I should be a better version of myself than we had yesterday. It does not mean yesterday was wrong. Okay. So that is what all of us we are doing. And now the key is, as we are originating, now I'm coming to the self-love part, where self-love comes into play. We are made of, every one of us, made of pure love energy. Human being is made of that. Prema Sarupa. If you catch that energy, in the beginning of the session, in the question also I explained, after somebody expressed, go to the pure love and light. So you have to catch. So what will be your instrument to move forward? That will be, if you catch that love energy, then you are automatically pulling yourself towards the source from where we all created. That expression of that love will not come unless until you accept yourself fully. And that is the self-love is all about. Self-love is not about perfection. It is about accepting. To start with, accepting what we are. We have chosen at soul level, we have all the tools to design ourselves. Even our destiny can be designed at the soul level. When we took birth, we lost it, so that we can have experience. So what type of life will follow, where we'll take birth, who will be our parents, what type of intelligence level we have, what kind of financial condition we have, all are designed by us. Our role now. Okay, so now, if we just accept our higher self has designed this life for our best interest or our ultimate interest, then the self-love automatically comes. Acceptance that the design we have taken, that is the best possible scenario. Even at the moment, whatever I'm getting, that is best possible, whatever I got under the given circumstances or the worldly scenarios. If we accept that, then our journey becomes easier. If we love ourselves, that will actually give you fuel to walk further rather than doubting at each and every step. Wearing, or so and so getting this thing, that thing, or I'm not good enough, or I've tried much thing but not happening. Doesn't matter. So I'm just at this moment, I have to make sure that I'm connected, I'm moving towards that direction, and that's it. Okay, I need to be only better version than my yesterday. I have little bit more love, little bit more surrender, little bit more gratitude that I have yesterday. And when these days are unfolding, one point of time, when you look back what I was 10 years back, then you see what kind of miracle has already happened. On the journey, it is not possible, because journey is so incremental, you cannot see the change anyway. Like it's a climbing a mountain. No? When you are walking in the mountain, you cannot realize that how much height you have gained. Then you took a rest sometime. Then you look back to the valley. Oh my goodness, I was there in the morning. Now I have come so much of height. You can then realize that you achieved something. But when you are walking, you should not fall down in the next rock or something. You cannot. You don't realize that you are gaining height or you are going somewhere. And same thing when we run our life accordingly. Only thing is, your direction should be proper. And that is where the spiritual guidance and all comes into the play, only to give you the direction, not to take you there. Clue from there, and you decide that this is the what it is, but with a full acceptance of yourself. That is a self-love. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Acceptance means even good, bad, everything is are okay with me. Okay. Then the wisdom comes. And the lower level expectation comes. Expectation ruins the journey. And acceptance gives the power to complete the journey. It's true for everywhere. In any kind of, our particularly our so-called next generation, they are also in touch with me time to time. They're in a place where they're in a relationship or they're going to get married and something of that thing. So when they consult and this is I very commonly question is this that this I meet with so and so and they have this these are their negative points. How can I how can I trust my relationship will survive? Then I tell them this thing. See, everybody is a half full, half empty. All of us. Nobody is perfect by design. Nobody is perfect. If somebody is 100% perfect, then there's you can there is no way you can stay in this already elevated from that level. So a relationship, particularly a long-term relationship, is possible when you accept that not so good qualities of the other person. Okay. Good qualities of any person, everybody will like. So what is a big deal? Anybody will like. But not so good qualities. How much percentage you can accept, depending on that, your long-term relationship will survive. As simple as that. It is not likability. It is the acceptance which makes a relationship work. Here the power of acceptance comes. Okay. When you approach life in that way, then it becomes easier. But there may be something is not acceptable at all. Then you drop. Then it is not for you. That relationship is not for you. Okay, but this is of that. To the spiritual level, we go to the understanding of further higher. Who am I to judge someone? I'm walking my path, the other person walking their own path is all fine. There's nothing to be say yes, no, good, because they are following their own path. I'm following my path. Okay, so this is where the wisdom comes. But initially, that's what it happens. So self-love is all about accepting. Forget about the other person. Now you applied your accepting who you are. That is a starting point. All our dissatisfaction of life comes from starting. If you go, the root cause is certain aspects of ourselves we don't like. And that we see the reflection on something, somewhere else. It is what our higher self has given this design. Okay, suppose you constructed a building, so original design you sanctioned, so you've already done. Don't try to change here and there. Trust that whatever you have put your effort, and now you try to, utilize that. Now use that building or, so that it can be used for some better purposes, rather than keep on changing the design and all those things. Whatever is done is done. Now you just go and make best use of it, and that is the most wise approach towards it. Okay.
Okay. All my contradictions are gone, Rajiv. Thank you so much.
All right. God bless you. Any other? Yes, Aditi.
Rasdeep, I have one question. As I understood so far that live events are happening as per the uh, predestined program, like everything got designed at the soul level before birth, and
Yeah.
that there are many things happen. Many events are also happening as due to free will
Yeah.
of individuals.
Yeah.
Say if someone does harm to anyone,
Mm.
so how shall I understand and as a result of that, that person got heavily impacted. How
Mm.
I will know that that incident which has affected him or her
Mm.
happened due as a part of predestined program, or it has happened due to the free will of that the person who has done the harm to her or him.
Okay. See, first we have to get into the understanding law of karma will apply no matter what. Even if you don't see it, it will still be applicable. So what we can do, if some harm happened to us, we leave it to the law of karma to take care. Because if we involve ourselves, even if we curse and wanted to see the bad thing happening to the person, we'll bind again some karma. Maybe there's some karma has been settled. All possible to go to our own fifth body and find out which was the karma. Or whoever can see the past life, they can see the past life connection, what was happening. I shared my past life things also. It is possible, but it is not easy. Okay. You have to go to that level. So my advice is, don't waste your effort and energy to sort out that. Even if knowing, what will you do? Okay, what is the source? Best thing is, if something has happened, assume that it is settling your karma. Something karma, and move on. Give focus to your what is new possibilities which can come. We are not here to punish anyone. The moment we go into the punishment mode, then we will bind karma. We don't want to start another cycle. If the next question is, maybe I have not done anything wrong in the past life, still something have done. Yes, law of karma will take care of that, not you. Don't involve yourself. Law of karma, that person will take care of that. And it will be settled. It cannot be, even if somebody believes law of karma or not, doesn't matter. Like a law of gravity, it will still apply. But you yourself don't get involved into this. Okay, so in that way, you are not binding yourself with any further karma. And to know if you are really, serious, you can go to the level and find out, find out there. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it is worth for that purpose to go to the fifth body level. Fifth body level, use it for your own upliftment and go to the ultimate, the moksha or final liberation, not for these petty things, the karma and all the things. It's okay. Whatever happened, let go. It will take care. Okay. So you just in that case, you just pray the divine to take care of this. I surrender it to you, and that's it. You move on. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the best approach. So for all these kind of things.
But so I understood this way that it is not possible for the concerned person to, find out how actually for what reason it has happened. It is not possible.
No, it is possible. You have to go to fifth body.
Understood.
Karmic Sutratma, karmic accounts are all there. See, you have to, now you are meditating, trying to go to the fifth level is a very high level. All your past births are available, all your Akashic records are available, everything is available. What I'm saying is, if you do your sadhana, go to that level, why you use it for this karma and to silly matters? No? Then you go, when you reach there for your, overall spiritual power to help the humanity and all those kind of things, not for the personal one issue there. You let go. You said, okay. Means on the road when you go, there are many small kata wo jo hai na, that comes on your way, doesn't matter. Just pull it off and go. Don't try to fight with it and you'll crush that thing thrown and I'll make sure it goes into particle. Don't waste time. It's okay. Throw it and move on. Okay. It is uncomfortable, but just remove the kata and go on. Your journey is much, much bigger than these small things happening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Res.
Yeah.
RPA sir.
Yes, Cheta.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. I wanted to hear these words. I exactly wanted to hear everything you told today. Thank you so much for that. So sir, the thing is surrender and attitude of gratitude is going to open the door of wisdom. And and one thing he was mentioning, so is
Cheta, can you start your video?
okay.
Yeah. Because when communicating Shaktipat happens, I need to see you. Okay, so yeah.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
thing is, everything which is in the highest interest of us, highest good of us, is already there in for all of us. But it is our mind chattering and it is our say doubt that is hindering the path. That is what was the message, sir?
No, what I'm saying is that our mind, to be specific, our ego always trick us. Anything which is unusual, it brings us as a threat. We always see anything new as a negative way. In other words, okay, stop that chattering mind. Otherwise, we'll not be able to hold that state where miraculous thing is possible. So you hold your mind activity and gratitude in the heart and surrender yourself. Let the divine takes over.
Sir,
Your
actually,
life experiences, if your life experiences are negative, just because your mind is constantly telling you this is wrong, that is wrong, it did not good, you deserve better, and things like that. Okay. So if you stop that, be calm, it will automatically go. So at least from negative come to the neutral. When the neutral field is a huge possibility of that to happen. The miraculous possibilities to happen. That's what I said.
and yes, sir, you mentioned it exactly correctly that when this all everything is falling apart, then the enlightenment is going to come, because it was only then I also started asking question, what is the purpose of life and everything. Otherwise, I was also going with the flow and adjusting here and there. So it was
Yeah.
very
Let me put it in this way. When you start asking that what is the purpose of life, somebody will appear you and show you the guidance. Is not that miraculous?
of course, sir.
Yeah.
Exactly, sir.
So in hierarchy, everything is known. Okay. So when you are ready, then only things will happen. Okay. From some source, doesn't matter how it played out. Oh, so and so give reference and this, and doesn't matter. It had to happen. And that's what happened in your life. Yeah. And I have also given my example. I didn't know about the name of my Guruji Prem Nirmal. He came to Muscat. I just went to visit. And then it all started. Before that, I was not known who he is and what is. Even the spirituality, I don't have any place in my home to give, dukkati also. Nothing. So this happens now. Only thing you have to do is you have to say yes and move forward. Stop thinking mind so that logical mind doesn't come and interfere too much. If logical mind can solve everything, then there is no need for any kind of discussion. There will be no fighting in the world. Everybody will be healthy and joyful, isn't it? If the intellect could have given us whatever life is all for. So then that's why you have to go to the next higher level so that solution will be there, not in the three-dimensional reality, not in that mind and intellectual space. Up to certain extent, yes, possible to improve, but not to get that.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
All right. God bless you.
So can I share?
Yes, Vidya, go ahead.
Yeah, I think this topic is very relatable to me also. So I just wanted to, even when before I started my spiritual journey, same thing happened with me also. Like professionally, also nothing. As in that time, I had just finished college, but just finished my masters. But I was looking for a job, and then I couldn't get a job. And though I did very well in academics, so that was like the main thing that I thought I should be doing in my life. And also professionally also nothing was working. I mean, now if I'm telling, I'm feeling like smiling, but 3 years back before meeting you, it wasn't surely like this. Every day felt very difficult to handle, and that's what when I met you also I told you. So one day when I prayed very intensely, I think after that next week or something is when I was introduced to you by Supriya ma'am. So, and I don't know. Thank you so much, sir, for guiding me every step of the way. And yeah,
All
that's what I
Babaji's
wanted to say.
grace, let Babaji and Mataji's blessings be always with you. I'm just simply an agent. Okay. I'm just a conduit. I have no power. Okay. There is no one to claim here that I have done anything, but it is all blessings. When you are ready, you will get it. Okay. And it will definitely, Babaji's grace is huge, and always the loving protection and guidance is always there. So it is up to us how we experience it. It is like going to a rain and with some container in our hand. If you hold hand like this, upside down, then we cannot get any water. The size of water, a size of container, which makes how much water we can accumulate. It has nothing to do with the source. Source is infinite. If you go with a glass, we'll get a water full of glass. If you go with a bigger container, it will be full of that. If you go with a bucket, it will be that. If you go to a drum, it will be full of drum. So it is like that. And ultimate thing is, if we just allow the rain to pass through you and you just give it to others, then you are also in the flow, not holding anything. Anyway, but it is up to us how much we can absorb. It's always showering on us. So only thing is that we need to just realize that and accept that with a gratefulness. That's all. All right.
RP, that conduit is also very important. That quality of conduit which allows the total grace to pour down to the seeker. So we are very much thankful to you.
Yeah, God bless you. That is the only job of the conduit, to keep it clean. so that it is itself is not blocked. That is definitely that is what it is needed, and that's how we get more and more showering. We feel blessed to be given this opportunity to serve. That is the truth.
Sir, and also one thing I wanted to add on is that now looking back at that phase, it was very difficult at that time, but I very much feel that now, though there are some ups and downs in the spiritual journey, say sometimes there's a lot of emotional cleansing, or something happens in life and it's difficult, or these kind of things, but because I've seen the limitations of the external world before, it keeps me firm on the path, I think, without shaking too much. So I am really grateful to that phase.
See, everything has a purpose. Each and every pain has a purpose. Only thing, we have to learn from it and grow from it, not complaining about it. Okay. Suppose suppose there's I was walking, like I have given example of that kanta, no? That kanta, what is English? What is called thorn? Thorn or something, say one pin has stuck in my leg when walking.
Yes, thorn is correct, sir.
Okay. So then, and it will be painful experience, no? So if there is no pain, then what will happen is I will ignore it. I will not know, okay, that the pin has been stuck there. So slowly I keep on walking it. Then it will be having a septic, and from the septic, then further it will go, gangrene and things like that. And at the end of it, maybe my leg need to be cut out because I have no sensation there. There is a pin stuck there. So the purpose of the pain also there to bring the attention. Then we need to do something. You need to remove the pin. Put some kind of ointment to that way. So whatever we are facing our lives has a purpose, even though it is painful. That's what I give an example of this pain thing. It will be definitely painful. We accept that the pain is there, but it is for to bring my attention and for my ultimate good. And this opens up the new possibilities. So this is the understanding, and this is the strength we learn, and that transforms our lives. Not the external world. Even if I get a $1 million lottery, and tomorrow some burglary happen, they take away all the money. So what's the fun of getting that? I will be more, it will be suffering more because earlier I didn't have that amount of money. Now I have it and lost it. Okay. So that is pain become double. So not everything what we think will give us the happiness, it may not work that way. So that level of wisdom comes only when walking the path. This is yours. If it comes to me, this getting a lottery is also yours. If somebody has stolen, that is also yours. Okay, so I don't have anything here. It's called equanimity. Neither too happy and neither too, sorrowful. Because if it is all yours, in the soul level, there is no duality. There is no good and bad. Everything are experiences. Okay. I getting a lottery is also experience. I am mugged. I've stolen. My money is stolen. Is also an experience. There is no good and bad. I'm just passing through the experiences of life. That's it. Then, if you operate from that level, nothing can actually touch you. Okay. All right. Anyone else having any question?
Rajdeep, I have a small question.
Yes, Devu.
Yeah, the question is we were discussing today that the miracle happens at the darkest hour. So when everything seems falling apart, then probably it's definitely the time that your time has come to become enlightened or whatever. Walk the spiritual path. Question is it necessary condition? I mean, without that also somebody can walk that path.
Yes,
Is it?
of
Is it?
course. Of course, it is possible.
Okay.
See, let me put it in this way, as given some example. Suppose better version of yourself. Miraculous means you will be uplifted. The transformation will happen. That part is miraculous. Suppose you have in your destiny, there is you have a BMW car to drive. Okay. But you had 30 years back, you bought some Maruti 800, and you said in the beginning of it is my first car, I love it. It has seen with me that over a period of time, my life and all, and you get so attached, you are not willing to get rid of that Maruti 800. Because you are so attached, that's why the next possibility of getting a BMW is not happening in your life.
Okay.
Okay, because you already have that. See, one point of time, something will happen. Suddenly, you see that Maruti 800 is stolen.
So I have a parking space.
Yeah, and you have no other option than to buy a new car, and new car will be BMW. Okay. You are so attached with that car of 30 years, and you are using it and you are maintaining it, spend a lot of money just to keep it, because you are so attached. And that's somebody stolen, you give a lot of pain to yourself. So you have undergone a painful process, then you got the new one. Okay, the BMW then miraculously happened because you have undergone the pain of doing that. Now let me come to your question. Is it possible without going through pain that something can happen? Yes. You sell the car, at least you get that money, whatever it is. And then buy a new car. Your transition will be smooth, and you actually will not undergo that painful experience. What has to happen anyway. So here comes by choice. If you leave that, like what Emperor Ashok did. At the peak of the power and all this wealth, he discarded that by choice. Nobody has snatched him out of him. By choice, he has abandoned that and chosen the path of Buddhism. He transformed himself by choice. No painful experience. So it also happens in the other way around. At the peak, also you realize the uselessness of those things. What you earlier thought will fulfill you. Okay, so what I'm saying is it is not necessary for you to go to that rock bottom to move up. At your choice, you can always have that, and you can choose consciously, then move up or take a U-turn. It's your choice, your free will. Okay. So that is all possible. You don't have to. Okay. So that is understanding. All right.
Yes. Another related question.
Yeah.
Like since, as we understand, the earth vibration is changing, a lot many changes are expected in next 6 months that you were discussing the other day. So just a small query, like suppose some changes are approaching I mean, in our life, maybe personal, maybe professional. So we have probably no way of knowing. I mean, our mind is resisting, say, for example, because unknown, something unknown, we perceive as threat. So we have no way of knowing. I mean, let me put it in a different way. Should we accept that any change which is coming in our way positively and leave it to the divine, and then go ahead with it without
Yeah.
using our so-called
Yeah.
logical mind?
Yeah.
Is
Then
that
what will
should be the
Yeah, see, then you will be reaching your own destination,
your
which
audio is
is
not clear.
already
Hello?
decided at your soul level in the fastest. Otherwise, we call it detour. More we apply this, our logic, our things, we push something here and there. So maybe at the soul level, you have not decided that.
Mhm.
So you will, at a certain level, will feel obstruction, block, and you have to come back. So if you allow the divine to play, it will take you where you need to be. It will happen. More we put our effort and our things to push ourselves into a certain direction, if it is already aligned with your soul's plan, then fine, fantastic. But mostly we don't know what is our soul's plan. Most of the time, most likely scenario will push something which is not in our plan.
Mhm.
Then it will be having a huge uphill task to make that implemented. So you will unnecessarily put time and effort into something which is, you have not chosen that path to follow in the soul level. So that is not your path. You will feel some kind of obstacle and things like that when you go forward.
So, what should be the best thing to do when some changes is coming? We should surrender and then go ahead with that change,
Yeah.
irrespective.
Best is if you contact by the means, best thing, be under guidance of your higher self. That is a meditation and other things is all about, or 6 step. That is the best, but only problem is if you don't understand what our soul is telling us,
Yes.
then you have to little bit guesswork and move forward. But allow things to happen. Be alert and aware. The signals. Sometimes the things will not push it to your life, but it will give you signals. Okay. Then you go ahead with that signal, but we are resonating with you. Not logically. What logically looks better. Okay. Just sit down and see what feel, or just simply ask, please guide me that I have 3 options. Which options is good for me? Try to hold the no thought for some time and something will click. Some people somebody will say, go that one. There is no logic. Then you go ahead with that. That is the right thing, because that is your inner voice is telling intuitively you are getting guidance. Okay, so that will be the best way forward, because that is as per your soul's plan. Not necessarily it looks best. Okay, otherwise you try each and every one and something will fail and you come back and then again try that and finally you got the right one. It is just, we call it detour. That's what I'm saying. You will waste time, effort and energy into all these things. Okay, soul's guidance, that is the best way forward. Your soul knows everything.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, God bless you. All right. Anyone else having any further question? All right. So I think we don't have much time today. So we shall be practicing. First, we'll do 3 Om chanting, Guru Vandana, then Suprasant Kriya. Suprasant Kriya is hands in Saman Mudra, right hand in front of your nose, and left hand on your navel. I'm just showing it now, but that time I will not explain. So for new, whoever is new, Suprasant Kriya is that hands in Saman Mudra, all fingers together, and then this middle finger will touch tip of the tongue, tip of the nose, and in front of that. And left hand, this will be on your navel. With that, you have to do 24 times 3-second to 2-second stomach breathing. This, like that. I will guide you. So that will be stomach breathing 24 times. And then we will go into Hridaya Upasana. Hridaya Upasana is concentrating on your heart, and hand will be that Hridaya Mudra. Hridaya Mudra is pointing finger touching the root of the thumb. Find out there is some place there is a pulse. Here you will get the pulse. The blood vessel is going up and down there. Find out where the pulse is and place the hand there, pointing finger, and then next middle finger and tip of the thumb here, and rest 2 fingers are out. This is Hridaya Mudra. This is Hridaya Mudra, okay? So in the Hridaya Mudra, you place it on your lap like that and concentrate on your heart and feel the heartbeat. That's the Hridaya Upasana. So we'll do today first 3 Om chanting, then Guru Vandana, then I will say that now we will do Suprasant Kriya. Today we are not doing Nirmal Kriya, Suprasant Kriya, which I showed you, that one. 24 times, then we'll come to Hridaya Mudra and do Hridaya Upasana. That's concentrating on your heart. Feel the heartbeat, physical heart. And then we conclude with Shanti Path. All right? Just sit straight, keeping your spinal cord straight. Breathe in and breathe out few times.